Hi everyone, welcome back to wiseelephant.finance. Today we are bringing you a very interesting topic which is also very close to my heart. While everyone is focused on what's new, we can often find really deep insights by just remembering the past. Today, let's journey to a land of rich heritage to uncover a hidden treasure, the ancient Indian financial wisdom. Alright, so picture this. Generations of folks in India didn't learn about money from fancy textbooks or in a classroom. No, it was just part of everyday life, absolutely baked right into their culture. These weren't just old school habits. They were super smart principles, born of practicality, nurtured by culture, and faithfully passed down through the ages. And even though our world is getting all modern with credit cards everywhere and over-consumerism, the wisdom behind these ancient ways, it's still totally relevant today and perhaps more relevant now than ever before. In fact, consider this. In 2023, India's gross domestic savings rate stood at nearly 30% of its GDP. To put that in perspective, a country like United States in the same period had a gross domestic savings rate closer to 19%. So this stark difference hints at a deeply ingrained culture of financial prudence we can all learn from. So we are dividing this topic into 6 sections and they are time-stamped in the description box below. Section 1, the art of resourcefulness and repair. Let us begin with the art of resourcefulness. In ancient India, and truly until very recently, the concept of disposable was virtually alien. This wasn't just frugality, it was a philosophy. Jugaad, the ultimate hack. This term, often translated as a hack, is a mindset. It's about finding ingenious, cost-effective solutions with limited resources and repurposing beyond imagination. For example, an old tin can become a pen holder. A worn sari becomes a cleaning cloth. Think transforming an old bottle into a beautiful lamp or fixing something broken with just a rubber band and some tape. It's all about getting creative and stretching every single thing you own. Nothing truly goes to waste. The repair culture. Why buy new when you can fix? It was and still in many places is very normal to take your broken appliance to a small repair shop, your torn clothes to a local tailor. People invested in the longevity of their possessions and valuing sustained utility over constant replacement. This wasn't just about only saving money, it was also about respecting the resources and also the craft of repair. Mindful consumption. This extends to food. The principle of not wasting food was deeply ingrained, reflecting a profound respect for sustenance. Mostly home-cooked, fresh meals, not only healthier but vastly more economical, were the standard. This mindset also led to smart practices like strategic bulk buying and home storage. Families would often purchase essential grains, lentils, and spices in large quantities when prices are favorable, storing them carefully to ensure security against future price hikes and also to save significantly over time. And the art of bargaining and negotiation, a common accepted practice in every transaction. Getting a good deal was part of the fun, not something to be shy about. Section 2, gold. Next, let's explore the role of gold. In India, gold isn't just for looking good. It's like the ultimate financial safety net. Every household, rich or poor, has traditionally invested their money into gold. And why do they do that? It's for liquidity and security. Gold provided immediate liquidity during times of need, acting as a tangible asset that consistently retained its value through economic fluctuations and uncertainties. And also for generational wealth. Passed down from one generation to the next, it represented accumulated family wealth and security, a visible inheritance that defied inflation. It wasn't about showing off, it was about ensuring the family's future, a tradition that predates modern banking. Fun fact. Indian women own a staggering 11% of the world's gold, more than the gold reserves the US, Russia, Germany, Italy, and France combined. Let's move to section 3. Collective strength and strategic savings. The ancient wisdom also understood that we are stronger together. That's where chit funds come in. Community-based investment. Long before formal financial institutions were widespread, communities pooled their money in chit funds. Each member contributed a fixed sum periodically and the accumulated money was then rotated among the members. When I was around 10 years old, my grandma used to take me around to some chit fund houses where I experienced this auction process firsthand. I even found it quite fun to watch. Catalyst for large investments. This ingenious system allowed individuals to access larger lump sums than they could have saved individually. And what did they do with this pooled money? Often they made significant lasting investments in gold or land and assets that provided them with long-term security, sustenance, or a home. It just shows how much they trusted each other and how smart they were about planning for the future. Section 4, Debt Aversion. Okay, this one is a game changer. The ancient Indian secret to avoiding stress was a huge no to debt. Save it, then spend it. The rule was simple. If you couldn't pay for it with your own savings, you just didn't get it. This applied to everything. Think about it. Credit cards and easy loans weren't even a thing for most people back then. And you know what? That forced a super healthy habit. Saving for major purchases. It was customary to save the full amount for a house before purchasing it, avoiding the burden of a lifelong mortgage. This same principle applied to other significant expenses like education, travel, and even everyday living. You paid for it with savings, not debt. This instilled a deep sense of delayed gratification and financial discipline. Section 5. Tadka box savings for emergencies. It is common knowledge that Indian women, even in ancient times, practiced an ingenious form of informal savings right in their kitchens. It's often said that India's savings culture begins there, with women discreetly setting aside small amounts in containers, perhaps even alongside their spices and seeds. This age-old practice of saving in kitchen boxes beautifully demonstrates the resourcefulness and profound financial wisdom of Indian women, highlighting their foresight in planning for unexpected situations and ensuring a vital emergency fund for their families. Section 6. Mindful living and investing in human capital. This wisdom wasn't just about money. It was about a holistic way of life. Practical commuting. Why get stuck in traffic or pay for a car when you can walk, bike, or hop on public transport? Super smart for your wallet and the planet. The strength of multi-generational living. A core aspect of this holistic approach was the common practice of multi-generational living, where extended families shared a household. This isn't just about emotional bonds, it's a profound financial strategy. It significantly reduces individual living expenses by sharing costs for housing, utilities, and even childcare. This traditional structure created an inherent organic shared economy, bolstering overall family resilience. Joy in connection, not collection. There was a natural inclination to stay away from unnecessary luxury items. True happiness was found not in material accumulation but in communal bonds, social relationships, and family well-being. Education as the ultimate investment. Recognizing the immense population, families placed an unparalleled emphasis on education. This wasn't for status alone. It was a strategic investment to secure high-paying careers for their children, ensuring the sustenance and upliftment of the entire family. It was even mandatory to list a man's salary on his biodata for marriage. Yeah, can you imagine that? And brides were traditionally sought for grooms of higher social standing. It just shows how big a deal financial stability was for the future. So yeah, India is definitely changing, and some of these traditions might feel a bit ancient now that everything is so global. But guess what? The core lessons from the ancient Indian financial wisdom are still absolute gold. It teaches us to be clever with what we have instead of constantly buying more. It reminds us that real assets like gold and land can be more reliable than fleeting trends. It shows us that the incredible power of community and helping each other out. And maybe the biggest lesson of all, the simple, profound power of saving up and living within your means instead of getting buried under debt. As the wise elephant reflects, true wealth isn't just about your bank balance alone. It's about how smart you are with your money, how connected you are to your people, and how well you plan for your future. So maybe, just maybe, by looking back at these ancient ways, we can all find a path to a more solid and joyful financial life right now. Now, if you're feeling inspired to put some of this ancient wisdom into action in your own life, we are providing some simple challenges you can try this week or month. I will go over them here and will also add them to the description box as well, so please do check out. The Resourceful Fix It Challenge. Next time something breaks or you are tempted to buy a new item, take a pause. Can you repair it instead, or can you repurpose it for something entirely new? Embrace the Jugaad spirit and see what you can create and how much you can save. The Home Cooked Hero Challenge. For 1 week, try to cook all your meals at home, consciously reducing your dining out or takeout. Focus on fresh ingredients and minimizing food waste. See how much you save and how great you feel. The transportation tweak week. Challenge yourself for a week to consciously reduce reliance on your personal car. Try to walk, bike, or use public transport for errands or commutes whenever feasible, or even for shorter distances. This highlights the practical commuting habits that save money and benefit the planet. The bargain hunter experiment. In your everyday transactions where appropriate, like local markets, your home or car insurance providers, or any service providers, even renewing subscriptions, challenge yourself to practice negotiation. Call them up and simply ask for a better deal and track how much you save by engaging in this ancient and accepted practice. The debt-free dream starter. Identify one larger purchase you're planning in the next few months or a year. Perhaps a new gadget, a short course, or a travel experience. Challenge yourself to save the full amount for it before you buy. Experience the peace of mind that comes with owning something outright. By embracing even one of these ancient practices, you can start building more financial resilience and peace of mind in your modern life. What ancient wisdom do you live by? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And if you enjoyed this journey, hit that like button and subscribe to Wise Elephant Finance for more awesome insights and join our growing herd of wisdom seekers. Until next time, stay wise.